Good. So if you notice, in the last two examples that we did, all right, let me see if y'all could actually realize what's the difference. So we see 2x. All right. So what's the difference between this simultaneous equation and the ones that we did previously? Anybody? What's the difference? Listening? What's the difference? Anybody can identify the difference between this simultaneous equation and the ones that we did previously? All right. So in the last examples, all we did was subtract throughout. We subtract here, here, and there, right? So what if we subtract? Would x be eliminated, yes or no?
No.
Because at the top, we have 2x, and at the bottom, we minus it from 3x. This will give us 0, and the 0 we're looking for, right? Would this give us 0?
That
This will,
would give
this will give me
us
negative
minus
x.
over. Yes, sir.
So it means we need to do something before we actually do that. So before we actually subtract throughout, we need to do something first. And that is, we take the coefficient of equation 2, the coefficient of x of equation 2, and we multiply it throughout equation 2. So we have 3 here. See that? We take the coefficient of x of equation 2 and we multiply it throughout equation 1. And then we take the coefficient of equation 1 and we multiply it throughout equation 2. It's like you're swapping it. So by doing this, it will allow the two x variables or the x terms to be the same, and we could easily subtract it and it will become 0. So this is the reason for doing it, right? So let's multiply throughout. Multiply this one here. One at the top will give us 3 times 2x, will give me 6x. 3 times y will give me 3y. And 3 times 3 will give me 9. This one here, we have 2 times 3x will give me 6x. And 2 times minus 2y will give me minus 4y.
Yes, sir.
And 2 times 1 will give me 2. So remember, before we subtract throughout, we need to do this here. This will allow the two x terms to be the same. Here we have 6x and 6x. So now we could easily subtract it now throughout, and it will become 0. It will be eliminated. So here we have 6x plus 3y equal 9. 6x minus 4y equal 2. So now we could subtract because the two x terms are the same. So we subtract it, subtract throughout. So we know 6x minus 6x, right? 6x minus 6x give me 0, right? So this section will give me 0, right? This section is 6x minus 6x. So we get rid of the x, so we say 0. Then we have 3y minus, remember here we have 3y minus negative 4y. Negative 4y. This will give me what? Anybody? 3y minus 7y, right? So you put in your calculator.
7y.
Good. You put in your calculator. 3 minus negative 4. We get 7. So therefore we need to be 7y. Positive, right? So we get plus 7y. And 9 minus 2 will give me 7. So now we ignore the 0 here. And we just put 7y equals 7. Right? And we make y the subject. Carrying over 7, we need to divide. Because it's multiplying, we take it over, you divide. Y is therefore equal to 1. Alright, so take up here. So remember, we still need to find for x, but I want you to take up here. And then we'll find for x just now. So if you notice that the two x terms are different, this is what we need to do before we subtract you out. This process. We take the coefficient of x in equation 2 and we multiply it throughout equation 1. We take the next coefficient and we multiply it to the next equation, which is equation 2. And that will allow us to make the two x terms the same, and then we could basically subtract through and eliminate x. So this is crucial. This part is crucial. So when you get this, let me know so we can find for x. All right. So I get up here. Get all this.
Yes, sir.
All right. So keep in mind that we find. Keep in mind that we find y as 1, right? So let's go ahead and find for x.
Yeah. Because this is my bedroom or something.
Let's go ahead and find for x. So I'll take out this. So let's use, so we have like four equations here. We have equation 1, equation 2, and we also have these two equations, which is these here, right? This could be equation 3. This could be equation 4. So we can use any 4 of those equations in order to find for x, right? So let's use equation 1. You can use any one just to test your, just to play around to see if you get the same answer. So we have, using the first equation, 2x plus y equal 3. So we find it for x. Wherever we see y, we make the substitution. So y we have as 1. So wherever we see y, we put 1. So we have 2x plus 1 equal 3, and we just make x the subject. So we take over 1. 1 is added. Take it over, it will subtract. So we have 3 minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Right? We make x the subject now. We take over 2. 2 is multiplying. Take it over, it subtract. Divide, sorry. 2 divided by 2 give us 1. So y is equal to 1 and x is equal to 1 also. So take this down and I'll give you one to do. It'll take 5 minutes to do it, or 3 minutes. So work that one. Negative 2x plus y equal negative 6. Equation 1, and then equation 2 we have x plus 3y equal 10. All right. So the first thing we do, we check to see if the two x terms are the same. If you notice, they are not the same here, right? Because if they were the same, we would have just subtract throughout right away and eliminate it. But they are not the same. So we need to make it the same. And I show you how to make them the same. So we take the coefficient of x in equation 2. Where's the coefficient of x here? Equation 2. 1, right? So we take 1 and we multiply it throughout the opposite equation, which is equation 1, right? So we multiply it throughout. And we take the coefficient of x in equation 1, this here, -2, and we multiply it throughout equation 2. Good, let's multiply. So 1 times anything will give it the same thing, right? So 1 times this entire equation will result in the same equation, right? So 1 times -2x will give us -2x. 1 times y will give us y. And 1 times -6 will give us -6. Here, -2 times x will give us -2x. And -2 times 3y will give us what? Negative
-6y.
-6y.
-6y. And -2 times 10 will give us -20, right? Good. So this is what we will use. So we have -2 x plus y equal to -6, -2 x minus 6y equal -20. So we subtract throughout, right? So we're subtracting downward. So the first section, we have -2 x minus negative 2x minus negative 2x. Good. So we have negative 2x minus negative 2x. This way I see that, right? Negative 2x minus negative 2x. That will give us what?
0.
0. Right? You can put in your calculator negative 2 minus negative 2, and you'll see that you can get 0. Anything subtracting itself will give you 0. Right? So this section gives me 0. The second section, we have y minus negative 6y. That will give us what? Y minus negative 6y.
7y. Positive 7y.
Good. Positive 7y, because it's basically 1 minus negative 6. This and this will become positive. So what you can say is y plus 6y, and get 7y. Plus 7y. Last section we have here is negative 6 minus negative 20. You see, right? Negative 6 minus negative 20 will give us what?
Positive 14.
Plus 14, right? Check them thing with your calculator. Plus 14. So we have 14 here. Now we just ignore the 0. We have 7y equal 14. All right? We make y the subject. Carry over 7 and 7 is multiplying. Part of it divides. So y is equal to 14 divided by 7 is 2. So take up to here, and then we'll try to find x. So remember, if you notice they are not, the two x terms are not the same, we need to do this. Don't forget. Good. Let's find for x now. So which equation I want me to use? Equation 1 or equation 2? Which one did you use? Or you use one of the two equations that we formulate? Alright, let's use equation 2. This one here. So we have x. Remember, anyone would work, no problem. We need to substitute in order to find x. Alright. So wherever we see y, we substitute the value for y. So y, we found y as 2, right? Three plus 2 is 6. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. This is multiplying. Then we make x is subject. 6 is adding, so when we take it over, it will subtract. Alright? So x is therefore equal to 4. So we found y as equal to 2 on x. So you can actually check to see if your answer is correct. So we have the two values, checking to see if it's correct. We can plug it into the equations. And if it agrees with it, it means that it's correct. So let's check the first one. So we have negative 2x plus y equal negative 6. So negative 2, we know x is 4, right? So negative 2 times 4 give us negative 8. So we get negative 8. Plus y, we know y is 2. Plus 2. Did it give us 6, negative 6? Yes, this will give us negative 6. All right, let me check the next one. We know x is equal to 4. Put 4. And y is equal to 2, right? So we get 3 times 2. Will this give us 10? Yes, because 3 times 2 is 6, plus 4 will give us 10. So it means that these two values are correct. This is one way of checking to see if your answer is correct. So when you solve simultaneous equation, nobody can mark it for you. You could mark it yourself by just checking to see if it's correct. All right? So let me give you one to do. So make sure you get this. So there's a worksheet. So make sure you go through it. There are some questions there you can apply. Plus 10. Work this one. Work this one, and then you mention that your answer in the group. So the thing is, we have like less than 2 minutes remaining. So remember, tomorrow is test. You will be tested on everything that we did in October. It won't include simultaneous equation. Right? The following test, which is starting in uh, the first Sunday in December, is where you will see simultaneous equation. Right? So make sure you practice on the stuff that we did in October and come prepared tomorrow for your test. And then I'll see you if you're learning or not, right? So make sure you put in the work. So just work out this simultaneous equation for me and mention your answers in the group.
Okay, sir.
So equation one, negative 4x plus 2y equal negative 10. Equation 2 is 2x minus y equal to 5. Elimination method.